Hey everyone, welcome back to the Celebrities Tide. I had to talk about this story because I found it pretty unbelievable. According to the Daily Mail, Kim Kardashian is reportedly one of the frontrunners to play the lead role in the Bodyguard remake. Now, in the original film, Whitney Houston played the iconic role of Rachel Marin alongside Kevin Costner. It was a huge role for Whitney, largely because of the legendary soundtrack. If anyone is going to take on Whitney's role, I really believe they need to be able to sing, and sing well. Acting is important too, of course, but the singing is absolutely key. So I'm really confused about why Kim Kardashian would even be considered. Sure, she's a major celebrity and would definitely bring attention to the movie, but she doesn't sing, and her acting skills aren't exactly proven either. Honestly, this whole report sounds so far-fetched that it makes me wonder if someone from her PR team is just putting out stories to keep her in the headlines. If the producers are serious about this remake, they should be looking at talented performers who can actually carry the role musically and emotionally. Ariana Grande or Beyoncé would be great choices. Halle Bailey is another strong contender, and a lot of fans are suggesting she reunite with her Little Mermaid co-star Jonah Hauer-King for this project. They had great chemistry, and seeing them together again could really work. I even saw people throwing Taylor Swift's name into the mix. Now, that would be interesting.
Who could play the Whitney Houston character?
Taylor Swift.
Are you into it?
I'm
Who
so
would you
into it.
cast?
I think Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
because business and commerce, art, and she would freaking sell like crazy.
Right.
But okay, I'm a black girl.
Yeah.
I get what Tyra was trying to do, but honestly, it just doesn't give Taylor an Idris. I'm not sure how that pairing would even look on screen. Maybe they could surprise us and make it work. But a lot of people weren't really feeling that idea when Tyra first mentioned it. That said, there are still folks who want Taylor to be part of this remake. I could actually see her being considered. She is a huge star. But here's my thing. If they're going to cast an A-list singer, they should go with someone who can really sing. I'm talking about someone like Beyoncé or Ariana Grande, artists who not only have the vocal talent, but can also act. I'm not expecting anyone to step into Whitney's shoes completely, because honestly, no one can. But if they're aiming for a big name, they need someone who can truly deliver on both fronts. That's what's going to make or break this film, in my opinion. And to be honest, I don't even think The Bodyguard needs a remake. Years ago, there was a movie called Beyond the Lights that had a similar vibe, but I thought the storyline in that was even more compelling. It was a really solid film, very underrated. If they do go ahead with the remake, I just hope they do it justice. They're definitely not going to top the original soundtrack, that's a given, but at the very least, they could make the storyline more fresh and unique. And most importantly, they have to get the casting right. Now, switching gears a bit, even though this is old news, last week there was a lot of buzz about Chris Brown interacting with his ex-girlfriend, Karrueche. That definitely raised some eyebrows considering their rocky history. There was a time when Chris was juggling both Karrueche and Rihanna, and it turned into a pretty messy love triangle. To top it off, he ended up getting another woman pregnant while he was still with Karrueche. It was a whole situation.
Did you find out about the baby around the same time we found out?
Yeah, when it hit TMZ, I was like, oh. I called him, I cussed him out, and I was like,
Final straw.
because after the whole Rihanna thing, it's been like a year or whatever, we've been trying to fix what was broken.
Right.
And that was just the icing on the
Not to mention Karrueche had to deal with harassment from Chris, and things escalated to the point where he got into a public feud with Soulja Boy over her.
Hey, Chris Brown, you a bitch, nigga. You gonna call my phone on FaceTime talking about some, oh, why you liking Karrueche pictures on Instagram, man? Why you liking Karrueche pictures on Instagram? When I see you, I'ma catch the fade, I'ma knock you out, I'ma run. When I see you, Chris, I'ma beat your ass. And Karrueche don't want you, nigga.
Last year, Chris Brown had a little back and forth with Quavo, during which he mentioned Quavo dating Karrueche and said, "Just because you mess with my old BAE doesn't make us equal." That comment made it pretty clear that Chris still hadn't gotten over Karrueche, even though she had left him and filed a restraining order against him. Fast forward to Coachella's first weekend. The two were spotted interacting. Karrueche was seen laughing at something Chris said. According to someone close to the situation, he wasn't even joking. She had asked if he was going on stage with Tyga, and he simply replied, "What for?" And we all know what those giggles can sometimes mean. After that brief interaction, Chris started liking Karrueche's pictures again. This isn't the first time either. He's been keeping tabs on her page for a while, occasionally dropping a like here and there. But this time, people are buzzing, thinking there could be a spin the block moment, similar to what we saw with Ashanti and Nelly. Personally, I hope that doesn't happen. Yes, her restraining order against Kris has expired, and it's good they can be cordial now, but their relationship was toxic. Kris was reportedly harassing her, blowing up her phone, and allegedly even got physical, which is why the restraining order existed in the first place. While it's nice to see them on better terms, getting back together wouldn't be wise. Kris seems to be in a more stable place now, even making peace with Teyana Taylor after their public argument last year that Usher had to break up. He's been given a lot of chances, and he really needs to stay drama-free this time. It's also worth noting that Kris is currently dating someone who looks a lot like Karrueche, which just goes to show he's still not over her. Still, I don't think Karrueche would go back, especially knowing everything that happened. But her smile at Coachella did raise some eyebrows. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!